Guys, I'm Aliza and I'm going to be the leader for today's meeting. My co-leader is going to be Hanifa, and our guest speaker today is Dr. Mohamed Ayub Ali.
To say the bio now for our speaker today. If you guys want to, I'm gonna spotlight his video once he starts speaking. But this week's Oliver is Dr. Mohamed Ayub Ali. He did his undergraduate studies and got his doctoral degree in medicine in London, England, after moving from a small village in Bangladesh. Dr. Ali was heavily involved in the independence movement within Bangladesh and has grown his love for activism and empowerment through his experience within his home country. He now spends time devoted to his own personal hobbies and love for the Quran and has grandchildren, one of which is Raneem, who is the volunteer for today. And Dr. Ali still practices medicine in Bangladesh.
The first question is, can you describe a life-changing moment and how you think it made you who you are?
I don't know how much you know about Bangladesh. It was East Pakistan, So Rani went there. She was born, brought up here, and she happened to visit. But it has changed. When we were born, like 78 years old I am, things are different in those days. If you ever get a chance, you have to visit not only Bangladesh, the underdeveloped or different kind of world, all of you, for that matter, all Muslim, children, brothers, sisters. So we have a bigger agenda. So, however, I didn't know anything what I was doing, when I was like school going. We are working in the field, we are raising our cows, we are working in the muddy road. It was very primitive life, okay, in one word. You don't know what you're heading for. So you go, and then good thing was actually that we used to have a joint family, all uncles, aunties, all their children. We used to have a common living and shared living. So we used to have a good, company. Like all the children, we used to play, we used to have fun, and overall there is not too many family feuds. So that really helped us. We never felt bad or down or depressed or what should I do now? No, here we go. There was program like in the morning you wake up, you read, then you tender your cows, you take care of your neighbors or whatever. But most thing then you get ready for school. So off we go. It was a group living, more or less. Okay, so that was very good actually. It helped, but we didn't know what life is all about. Thereafter, we finished our high school, and a lot of things happened. If it's a long story, but we did not have what is called luxury. We don't know. What I see you people are going through now, or my grandchildren are going through, it was not even today, not imaginable, not only having, so still we are happy, but the problem came when you got sick, then there was a problem. If you are sick, especially your infectious disease, your malnutrition, or any kind of diarrheal diseases, or any lung diseases, then you are in trouble, big time. There are hardly any doctors there. So it's the local doctors who used to treat us. So thank God we survived, all this catastrophe. Some of our friends died from diphtheria, some digestive diseases. Having done the high school, then thank God our parents said, okay, you'll have to pursue the education, They did not stop us, but they also made sure that we do the work in the field in different way, helping them in agricultural development, production, and helping the youngers, helping mom, dad. So we are tuned to that, whatever we could. Any question arises, please you ask me. So that was good life actually. And we used to do, all kinds of play like soccer, swimming, and then local games. So that kept us in good shape. But nutrition was not good actually. We didn't have a good nutritional support in those days. However, we managed that. So here I go, finishing high school. A lot of children don't have the chance to go further education, but Allah helped me. I went to college after high school, and I did pretty well. But the problem arose when I went to the city. Then the problem arose. I from the village, you know. How can you comprehend? Born living in America, you may not be, but if you go to the developing world, Africa, India, Bangladesh, then you will know what it's all about. So went to the college in the city, then I found, boy, I can't cope with them because there are a lot of them are, rich people's children, and a lot of them are smart more than me, but I was good in education. So however, I managed to finish my high school. Then we went to medical school. My father actually wanted me to go to medical school. Thank God my father really was interested because he worked abroad. He worked with different, organizations. So he knew the value of education. So he said, yeah, you have to go to college. So I went to the college, but he wanted me to be a doctor. And so obviously, we had to go through the test and everything. And thank God, Alhamdulillah, I was accepted by the medical college. In the whole East Pakistan, it was 3 medical college. So I was accepted in a medical college. But before I went to medical college, I did not do very good in my last 2 years of high school, like 11th, 12th grade. I was a little bit worried. I said, boy, if I don't get into medical college, my father will be disappointed. We valued our father, mother more than ourselves. Then I was praying to Allah, say, get me into the medical college. So when the result came out, I found my name is there, I'm accepted. From that day on, still today, I said, I am not going to give up study anymore. I would do my best to be one of the best in the class anywhere I go. So from that day on, because I didn't do very well in last 2 years of my high school, so then on, I decided I'll have to be very best everywhere. So that's Allah helped me. Then became doctors. You interrupt, because I don't want to make it boring. Then became a doctor. Then obviously we needed money because, what I'm going to do, because my father is not the richest man, average person. Then I said, okay, let's go for general practice, family practice medicine. So I started, after 1 year internship, I came to a village town. I started my family practice. So then I was doing good. People liked me, but I know at that time we didn't know medicine, much of, how to make a diagnosis. However, still we managed. Then I made some friends. I was about 24. So it was good. Then after 1 year, one of my friend, I don't know, Allah knows best. Believe me, that's why I believe. He used to always advise me, good thing, go to, this namas, this, that. One day what he did, all of a sudden he said, why you are in practice here? I said, what's wrong with that? I said, I need to earn some money. He said, God, you are wasting your life now. I said, what do you mean I'm wasting my life? He said, you should do higher study. Oh, what do you mean? How can I do higher study? No money, no knowledge, no English, no connection. You need higher of connection in those countries, big connection, either with the administration or leaders or whatever. I don't have anything and you want me to do higher study. What do I do? How do I do about that? He said, no, you'll have to go to England. I said, what? England? It's a dream. In those days we were British colony. It was not a free country. That was in. So Then he said, you will have to go to England for higher study. I said, it is impossible, brother. I can't do that. You are, joking. So then uh, he said, no, you'll have to. So he took me around. He introduced me to a few people. Said, can you help him? He needs to go to England. And then after a while, it dawned on me. I said, no, he is right. I'll have to do higher study. So after 2 years, then we started hunting, we started looking, we started for help. Where can I get some help? So I managed, and it was tough. 2 years it took me to get a permission from the then government that you can leave the country, because it was tough for doctors to leave the country. There I go. Then how do you get permission from the British? Oh, that was another tough. So Allah helped me. What happened actually, in the meantime, I did not give up. Sometimes I used to get disappointed. 2 years to get a permission, and then another long time to get a permission from the British embassy. So what do? I didn't give up. Okay. So somehow, again, it's all miracle. I didn't have to give anybody any kickbacks, nothing much of, only just I kept trying, and somehow I managed to get the permission from British embassy. I managed to book a course in England that I'm going to study, and that's how they are convinced. Okay, then I said, oh God, that's opened my door. Here I go. But it was tough, No English, no money, no education. Here I go to England. Can you imagine? Don't know anything. English was not very strong. Here I go, I land in England. Now the life is real life. Very tough. You don't know English, you don't know medicine, you don't have a British government don't recognize our medical college as a full developed medical college in East Pakistan at that time. So job is rare. Then I went to the postgraduate study. This is called Royal College of Physician. Royal College of Physician does all postgraduate education in medicine. They said you could do one thing, you go for all these outdoor, like an extern, not intern, externship, and they will teach you something. In the meantime, see if you can get a job. It was very tough, to make it short. Then I said, well, whatever the case, I'm going to buy the main textbook, American textbook of medicine. Then I bought the book, I started reading. Then I said, oh, I'll have to go for English class. You see, I took an English class for about a month to develop. Their accent is a little difficult. So to learn the accent, to learn a little more English, so that then I used to go to the hospital, whoever I knew, some friends were there, see how they do things. Anyway, but then, what happened after a couple of months, I met some group of East Pakistan Indian brothers. They are studying for their MRCP. Postgraduate highest degree in England is in medicine. Those guys were studying, and I found I don't know even 10% of what they're talking about. Then one brother said, I was very young. He said, why you came here? I said, to do the MRCP, member of Royal College of Physicians. You are joking. You are so young. Go back. Why you came here? It's impossible. That's what not even 10% foreign students get that degree. That was really still, I feel, shocking news. Not even 10% of foreign students. And you are kidding, you are joking, you are here for MRCP. Are you joking? I said, oh, brother. Then, that really shook me up. So it was bad. Then I said, what I'm going to do now? My father don't have enough money. Here I don't have a job. Here I don't know English. what I'm going to do. But I had the textbook, American textbook, medicine. Oh, then I said, I'll just keep studying, keep studying, and then I'll go to the outdoor as an extern to different, outdoor with the consultants. The British people, like Americans, they are good people. They, took care. But then I have a problem. I could not rest. I was losing weight, but I didn't get depressed. I keep reading, and I joined those done. They do a group study. I joined the group study, and finally, after 4 months, I got a job for 4 days. I got a first job for 4 days. Is it temporary replacement? And in England, there is a system like that. If somebody goes on vacation or holidays, you can fill up the gap. So Allah helped me. I took a job for 4 days, and it was very tough, first job. So the money I got in 4 days, it made, at least helped me for 2 months. So that my life started. Now I became serious. Every minute, everywhere I go, I want to learn the medicine. I want to do this degree. Without that, I can go back. I cannot leave. I'll have to do something else. There are people who got really depressed, down. It's tough exam, practical exam. So they are on, here I go, odd job, but I did not give up my study. Nobody knew. A day and night I kept studying. However, after 3 years, by that time, 3 years gone by, and then all set, and I got a now longer job, 6-month job, and so on and so forth. And didn't have any luxury, just the British system is different from American system. It is run by the government, so the government gave me accommodation, some food, so that was good. And then I say, here we go. I go for part one. Part one of the British postgraduate. This is called member of Royal College of Physicians, big time. I went for that, and I was so nervous, so tense. However, I did as much as I could. I was not sure I'll make it. But the result came in a month. Here I got it. Oh, boy.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I know your success story is really inspiring to a lot of us. Our next question is, who in your life had the biggest impact on you, and can you share an experience with them, a brief experience with them?
The biggest, the impact on my life. Okay. Yeah. Actually, this is one thing. So, in my life, the biggest impact happened, from one of my uncle. And we are in a joint family. I told you. Then I had 6 of my uncles and 2 aunties, all are living together. But then I told you, when we were young, our grandfather died, and all of these uncles and everybody, they are not married even. So what happened? They used to live together. They had a hard time. I'm from that kind of family. They had a hard time making ends meet. So the eldest uncle managed somehow, but the second uncle really had the tremendous impact, not on me. One day he managed to reach up to 8th grade. He left the family. Nobody knew and nobody found him. For a long time, he was lost. So everybody thought he is dead somewhere. He is gone. So they wrote him up. And after 15 months, one morning, he came up in the house and everybody was stunned. Where have you been all this? He said, I left for India, Calcutta. From Calcutta, I went to ship. I took a job. I traveled all over the world. Oh boy, for the family. So that person really, he spent everything for the family. His brothers, all the nephews and everything. He did not even spend extra for his wife, for his children. So this kind of family, then he raised all these people, and by the time our parents or uncles got separated, we were 40 people eating together. and making all the agriculture, whatever money we had, we didn't have too much business, everything together. And gradually that uncle pulled me my father went for railway, his other brothers went for shipping. So they traveled all over the world. So that uncle really impressed me, that he took care of everybody. And then he wanted us to be educated. So that I think is a great impact on me. And then thereafter I say, all right. So this is about my uncle. He really made, a great
Thank you.
impact.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I know family is important to all of us. Our last question from this interview, and then we can go to a Q&A, is do you have any advice for our young participants?
Oh, well, I don't know what you think about yourself. You first, please one thing understand. Here I'm not to say do this, do that. It is Allah's blessing. I believe in Allah, and this is the first and foremost thing. You will see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala change your life. Believe me, you can have $1 million, you can be president of the world, but the comfort, the joy, the happiness, and now, then, for yourself, for your children, lies in believing. Even if you don't believe, still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our great Allah, He does not write you off. He waits, see whether someday you will come back. This is the first thing. And so many miracles happened in America also. After I graduated, by the way, I just finished my part 2, easy. Then I came to America, 1975. In America, I have a lot of things happened, because I was little independent. I wanted to do it right. And here, there, I had some problem, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped me in everything. Give an example, please. There was a patient who has a lot of fluid in the lung. And then I said, what is the reason for all this fluid in the lung? She's in the hospital. So I dig out. I knew I did everything. And then finally I made a comment that it seems like it may be cancer. That's what but there is no definite proof. Then somehow I did not call the consultation on time. America will leave some consultation, call somebody. I said, I know what is going on, what I'm going to call for. That patient died. Thank God the relative were very, convinced. But when he died, he had a bleeding, and the blood they examined, it was full of cancer. So that was a miracle. Otherwise, they would have thrown me out of the country. Why didn't you call consultation when the patient is so sick? I said, sir, I know what is happening here. They said, how do you know? I said, because of these. However, so this is Allah's blessing. Otherwise, if people die here without any diagnosis, what is it like? Okay, so this is one thing. Number 2, we have a big mission, We believe, see now, for example, do you know how long you're going to be here? How long all of you are going to be here? No. Why don't you know that? Why America cannot tell us that this 20 years old boy, 16, he will live another 30 years? So uncertainty. And much more, and not only that, much more joy, happiness. It doesn't mean you cannot work, you cannot have money, you cannot have luxury, but joy, like girls. There is a formation for girls how to enjoy, how to, make fun of life. But important thing, the real thing, Jesus Christ, they don't follow Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was born without father. Is it our saying? No. But then who is going to believe in that? Number 2, Jesus Christ showed how the dead person can be, risen again. So who is going to believe that? It's up to you, all of you. That's what I see. You have a bigger job to do. Tough job for America. You need to help America. You need to help the people of the world. wherever you can, however you can. So like last time I took Ranim, Alhamdulillah, to a big camp, and that moved her, that changed her thinking. It's a refugee camp of Muslim Rohingyas. Now it's happening in lot of places. So we have a bigger cause, that will make us happy, enjoyable. And then finally, as Jesus Christ said, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Musa Alaihi Wasallam said, brother, sister, you will have another day and it is waiting. You will have to answer for all this. Is there anything?
Thank you. We will all definitely take that advice into our lives. We're going to go and move on with our Q&A. So it's just going to be like a whole bunch of questions. You can just briefly answer them, like rapid fire. So first question is from Sumaya. And the question is, what would you say is the hardest part or was the hardest part of your childhood?
Short answer.
Hardest part of?
Your childhood.
Childhood.
Yeah.
Hardest part is
More childhood.
Yeah. Hardest part was sometimes when you didn't have enough good food. When you're hungry, sometimes you don't have enough food around. And that is the hardest part. Then mom said or auntie said, why do you have to have breakfast every day? What? You don't eat breakfast every day. That was God. Then you wait for lunch. That was one hard. And then when we used to get sick, we knew that we may not survive. That was the hardest part.
Okay, thank you. And then Josefa's asked, as a young boy, did you dream to go abroad or did you want to stay in your village?
I didn't want to go abroad, no. As a young boy, I did not. No.
Your story, Sadiq says your story is so inspiring. What was the hardest struggle during your journey of medicine?
Oh, the hardest part is to get to England, number one. That's very hard. That's why I keep spreading all over the world that we have to do something about it. That was very hard. Like today, people, I know when I go to Bangladesh, coming to America is good. America has a lot of things to offer, but it's very hard to come to America and to get the education. So this is one. So then what do you do about it? That is another struggle. I tell Ranim and all of you, please come to Bangladesh, Africa, wherever, Middle East, give them the guide, show them the light. So this is one hard part.
Iman asked, what made you want to practice medicine?
What did you?
What made you want to practice medicine?
Oh, practice medicine. Coming to America, obviously, now, in the beginning, obviously, it was life for money, sure, that you make good money. But now on, even after a while, I found that, especially when I'm practicing medicine in Bangladesh now, what I feel, not only Bangladesh, India, and Southeast Asia and Africa, they need really some guidance, even Americans. Now I do differently. I said, whatever money I make, it's not a big item. Important thing, the preventive health and to remain healthy physically and your psychologically or your spiritually, your mental health and physical health. Two health is very important. So this is what I'm, doing nowadays. Everywhere I go, this is, you need to have your mental health and then your physical health. That's what I.
What is your favorite memory with your grandchildren?
What do I do with it?
Favorite memory.
Oh, favorite.
Grandchildren.
Oh, favorite memory with my grandchildren. I think that was, going to this refugee camp, Rohingya Rohingya, you have heard
Where
about
did
that.
you follow that? Is in Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh, there are a lot of Muslim refugees came from Myanmar. We used to call them Burma. And after my grandchildren, my daughter went there, we had the access to deep inside the camp. And then Rani surely what she did for them. I feel really good. And then emotional. I should running, go there again, help people, and they need help. That was my, I think, greatest moment. Yeah.
That's really inspiring. And then our last question from the Q&A is, what's one fun fact about you?
What one?
Fun fact.
Fun.
Some fact about you that be unusual fact.
Oh,
Unusual or fun, like yo, it's a chinta korbe na about you. Yeah.
what?
Serious na, like something.
Like, do you have any hobbies? Maybe?
Oh, fun side of it is
Goru pala.
no. Fun side of it, actually, you know what? I live on American dream. What my fun side is still today, what America has done. How did you do that? When I think it makes me feel good, and that's what I live on. What America has done or shown the world that people can do so much. That really makes me feel good, happy that people can do that much. That is the really pleasure that, and I'm one of them. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. This concludes our interview with you. You can stay if you want. We're going to be doing a hangman activity. So thank you so much. Anybody want to?
Thank you for allowing me to talk to you. I wish you all the best. May God bless you. You have a bigger job. You reach out. I tell Ranim, go reach out, help in vacation time, and give them light and give them example. And then you will have to help America also. There are a lot of things you need to do here also. American needs help for sure in different things. We will talk about that in some other time. Okay. May God bless you.
Welcome. Thank you.